Hello and welcome everybody back to the podcast. We've been talking a lot of football lately, and it's football again, specifically the NFL wildcard matchup. There's a lot of them. We're just going to give you our predictions and more. Let's dive right into this. We're going to start with the AFC. It's the Texans versus the Steelers, a young quarterback versus an old quarterback. What do you think is going to play out in this game?
Close game, Texans win.
Texans win. The defense they have an advantage.
Their defense is amazing.
That game against the Ravens for the Steelers, they barely squeaked by.
Yeah.
And I think that the Texans are for sure a more competitive team. So I agree with you, and I think the Texans are going to win. And then they'd go on to play the Broncos, if that's right. And
Broncos win.
yeah, for sure. I think Broncos, their toughest matchup in this playoff is going to be the Patriots, but we'll get into that later. What about the Bills and the Jaguars? I think this might be the closest matchup in this AFC for me, in my opinion.
Bills win.
I think it's going to be a toss-up. I don't know.
The Jags are doing great.
The Jags are doing great, but I feel like Josh Allen, his playoff experience.
Yeah, definitely. Trevor Lawrence has been phenomenal lately.
Yeah.
The last half of the season especially. But the Bills are going to win.
Yeah. And the Chargers versus the Patriots. You know, Justin Herbert, he's been playing great even with that broken arm, but I think the Patriots and Drake May are too strong.
Patriots win. Chargers, too inconsistent.
Yeah, so you think it's going to be you think the Bills are going to win, so you think it's going to be Bills-Patriots, right? Mm-hmm. AFC matchup.
Yep.
We'll see what happens there. It's the Rams and it's the Panthers, and I think the clear winner here is the Rams. I think the Rams are heading all the way to the Super Bowl.
I would have agreed with you several weeks ago, but they've been floundering. Some inconsistencies. The Rams will win this game. I'm not certain they're going to go to the Super Bowl, though.
Now, the 49ers and the Eagles are the 3 seed. The 49ers had a chance at the 1 seed, but they're actually the 6 seed now. I still think the 49ers have an edge on the Eagles, even though the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year. But what about you? What do you think?
Again, a few weeks ago, I would have said 49ers would have dominated, but last week's
just because of that Seahawks game.
Last week's game was pathetic. It was somewhat embarrassing. They were so bad. But I do think that the 49ers will win against the Eagles.
Before that Seahawks game, I think that, in my opinion, I thought that the 49ers were the best NFL team in the league, in the whole league.
Top
Their
tier,
offense was on fire. Brock Purdy was on fire.
Yeah.
He was throwing... Quick interruption. Sorry, I know we were talking about the 49ers, and I know the outfits have changed, but we had a tech issue. We totally lost the picture for that part. We only have the audio, so I will play it so you can hear our takes with the bracket above it, just because. Why not? And we totally lost the Packers and Bears take, so we will say that once the 49ers clip finishes playing. He was throwing 400 yards in that.
But they went from 500 yards
Exactly.
total offense, almost. I think it was 496 to like a joke.
70.
It was a joke.
It was ridiculous.
It
They
was
had
so
49
embarrassing
for
for
the
them. So I think they're going to win. It's going to be a close game. A lot of these games are going to be really tight. I don't think there's going to be any blowouts, but the 49ers will win.
I think the Rams will blow out the Panthers.
I don't know.
Maybe not a blowout, but I don't think it'll be a like. Okay, Packers versus Bears. What are your thoughts on this?
Bears will win, but they won't get past this round.
Why don't you think they're gonna get past? You don't.
They don't have the experience. I think the Bears, Caleb Williams is still young. He's done a lot better this year than last year. There's no question about that, although I'm not a huge fan of Caleb Williams. But neither the Packers nor the Bears, whoever wins this game, is going to go past the next round.
You know, I'm actually going to take the Packers to win this game just because I want the Packers to go far, and I think they have what it takes. The game they lost against the Bears where Caleb Williams threw that last-minute touchdown, the Packers could have won that game very well, so I think they have what it takes to beat the Bears, and I'm just going to take them because they're the underdogs. Now, I heard you say something there. Why don't you like Caleb Williams?
I didn't like him at USC. I think he was immature. I think he's better. He's more mature. I just didn't like what he stood for at USC. I thought he was immature, painting his nails, some things that he wrote there. So I think he's definitely improved, and especially since last year. But he just doesn't have the experience, the playoff experience, and I think he's going to flounder after this game.
We'll see what happens. Thank you guys all for watching. Super sorry about the tech issues. We'll see you in the next one.